Hi, welcome to Cinema Satsang. So today I'm going to talk about what does a director do? What is the role of a director? What is the function of a director? Yeah, it's a huge topic which we are going to discuss over a period of time. But just for starters, we are going to discuss one or two qualities of a director. If I may ask my students, learned students who are sitting over here, what does a director do?
You work hard, always in saying cards, action role.
So he has to work hard, basically. You were saying, yeah. Of course, this profession is a profession which looks glamorous, but you have to work quite hard. Yes.
The man who plans everything on the set.
Plans everything on the set. Okay. What about you?
Story to visuals.
Right, from script to screen.
Yeah.
So basically, as you said, the director has to work hard, and he has to say action and cut, of course, and he has to translate the story onto the screen. And there are many more answers which would come from your side, like the director is the leader and the director is the captain of the ship. The director has to manage everything on the set, and director has to basically know everything about all the departments of filmmaking. There are many departments in filmmaking, from pre-production to post-production, and like casting in pre-production, script in pre-production. While production, you have to know about shooting, you have to handle the actors. In post-production, you have to know about editing, you have to know about sound. Sound itself has 5 departments, and then of course color correction and release and so on and so forth. Director needs to know a lot of things. Director needs to have a lot of qualities. But what is I'm going to discuss today, one major quality which a director needs to have, or if he or she has that quality, he or she can do wonders. You have heard the name of Stanley Kubrick? I'm sure many of you have heard Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick was one of the greatest filmmakers who ever lived in the history of cinema. Many stalwarts like Spielberg, Lucas, and many other great filmmakers are inspired from Stanley Kubrick. And Stanley Kubrick made a film called 2001: A Space Odyssey in 1968. It was one of the first science fictions ever made. What is so great about Kubrick is that whenever he makes a film, there is always a technological invention, a discovery in that film. In every film of his, for example, in the cult horror film The Shining, the Steadicam was used for the first time. So Stanley Kubrick was a technical genius, and he made a film called 2001: A Space Odyssey in 1968. And how does he start the film? Yes, for those of you who have seen it, and for those of you who have not seen it, let me share with you. So how did the film start? It starts with the dawn of man. You're watching a film in 1968 which is called 2001: A Space Odyssey, and the filmmaker starts the film with monkeys, with apes, with the dawn of man, thousands and thousands and thousands of millions of years ago. So when I was watching it as a student, I was quite zapped. What is happening? So this is the kind of shock which Kubrick creates. So the film starts with monkeys, and as you know, at that time there was a fight for survival. So everybody was divided in groups, there were tribes, and they were fighting for survival, they were fighting for food. And in that fight for survival, one of the apes, one of the monkeys, discovers a tool, a bone, which is the carcass of an animal. He uses that, he picks it up, and he discovers that this can be used as a weapon to frighten the other tribe, to frighten the other group, to hit someone else as a weapon, and to scare them away for food. So he uses that, and he hits the other monkey, other ape, other tribe member, and they get frightened and they run away. So that is where Kubrick talks about the evolution of the apes into mankind, how it all started. And then when he attacks the other monkey, he becomes straight. After that, the monkey becomes straight. But what is the most interesting and exciting thing, which many of you might know, many of you might not know, is the most celebrated cut in the history of cinema. One of the most wonderful imagination and visualization by a filmmaker. What the monkey does after attacking the fellow monkey is he throws the bone in the air. And lo behold, that bone that transforms into a spaceship with lilting music by Waltz Janube, a ball dance music, and the bone transforms into a spaceship. What a magnificent cut! With one cut, Kubrick jumps millions and millions and millions of years. That is the power of cinema. So you saw that clip. What a great cut, what a great clip. And the shape and size is also similar. So the director needs to have a great imagination and visualization. As you said, the director needs to visualize the story and the script. In Bollywood, there is a tendency to associate writing with direction, which is a common understanding that the writer is the director of the film. Anyways, we'll get into that subject later. For now, the director needs to have a great imagination and a great visualization. Along with that, Kubrick also raises many philosophical questions. He talks about the evolution of man. There is great technical advancement. We have evolved technically a lot, but have we really evolved? This is a question which Kubrick asks us in the film. Have we really evolved? We have evolved technically, but now instead of the bone, we are creating weapons of mass destruction to kill each other, to build more walls around each other, to hurt each other more. So have we really evolved as a human being? So a director needs to have two very important qualities. One is the quality of imagination and visualization, and the second quality is to ask questions. Mind you, ask questions, not give answers. Filmmakers are not supposed to give messages, they are supposed to ask you questions. Thank you. Thanks for watching Cinema Satsang. More later.